Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. As you guys can see up on the screen, today we're going to be talking a little bit about Sofi Technologies Incorporated, ticker symbol SOFI for those of you that don't know. Kind of not a horrible day for SoFi today, down 1.35%. Obviously, this is intraday, so things still are going to be changing. So depending on when you're watching this, maybe this could be wildly different. Maybe it could be up, maybe it could be way down. You know, who exactly knows? But there is a lot to talk about for SoFi today. Now, overall, they're kind of underperforming, not kind of, they just are underperforming the broader market. You know, the Dow Jones actually green, S&P is just a little bit green, Russell just a little bit green, NASDAQ is down, but it's down 0.62, and again, SoFi is down 1.38%, at least as of recording this right now. So another not great day of SoFi underperforming the market. Just a couple days ago, it seems like this thing was $10 or a couple weeks ago, and now we're, trying to hold 8 while the rest of the market is really up and down as well. But not necessarily a ton of strength in SoFi right now. There's been a lot of good news and bad news coming out recently. In this video today, we'll be going over all of the latest. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy it. I would appreciate that so much. And subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. As you guys can see here, we got a new mic. Channel starts making a little bit of money. We're able to reinvest a little bit back into it. So hopefully you guys do appreciate what I hope will be extra crispy audio in this one. I'm really excited about it. It's a Shure MV7, which it's not the highest end mic in the world, but it's a significant one. I think it was like $250 or something. So hopefully y'all do appreciate that, and maybe that'll convince you to subscribe. With that being said, let's get right into this. We do have a lot of news to talk about. First is this. SoFi stock plunges after Biden extends the student loan payment moratorium. I believe, yes, this news is from yesterday, but I believe the last video I made on SoFi was on April 6th. And I think at that time, it was still just like a rumor that they were going to be extending the student loan payment moratorium again. I believe it was just, people strongly expecting it. Even, people inside SoFi being like, yeah, this thing's probably going to get pushed back until at least August 31st. And then it might even get pushed back all the way to 2023 from there, which, again, I don't think anyone would say sounds completely unreasonable at this point when it's already been pushed back 6 or 7 times at this point. So fool me once, fool me twice, fool me 7 times. No, I don't think so. At some point you have to start, expecting different things. So, yes, the student loan payment moratorium has been pushed back yet again. Obviously for people with student loans, that's good news. But for people, trying to refinance loans and make money off refinancing loans like SoFi, not necessarily great news. But obviously, we do have other things to talk about here. SoFi's updated guidance, now that they know the moratorium's pushed back again and could possibly be pushed back even a 7th or 8th time. I'm not sure exactly how many times, but they have to update their guidance, obviously, because this is an amount of revenue that is impacting things. So SoFi's management updated its full-year guidance to $1.47 billion in adjusted net revenue and $100 million in adjusted EBITDA. The updated represents a decrease of $100 million in adjusted net revenue and $80 million in adjusted EBITDA from its prior guidance. So you can see just how much these student loan payments mean to them. Now, Anthony Noto has come out and said that, yes, obviously the student loan payments would be nice and we would love to be making this money, but it's not going to be make or break for SoFi. So just because this thing is getting pushed back again and maybe pushed back again does not mean you should panic, at least according to them. They still think SoFi is going to be okay and that they'll just have to adjust accordingly, but that's what, management is there for, obviously. The new guidance also assumes student loan moratorium will not end in 2022, even though, yes, it has, I believe, been pushed back to August 31st of 2022. Management reassured investors SoFi is still a growth story. Even with the decrease in guidance, SoFi is still expecting roughly 45% adjusted net revenue growth, doubled adjusted EBITDA, and tripled margins. Growth tech stocks have been on a wild roller coaster this week. Unity stock price, okay, talking about Unity and stuff like that. So, kind of just talking about exactly how bad their updated guidance is, factoring in the update of that. I thought this was interesting as well. The Motley Fool put out this article, Better Buy SoFi versus Charles Schwab. And the conclusions they actually come to in this article is that they are telling people that Charles Schwab is a better purchase. They say right here, for most investors, though, Charles Schwab is the smarter play overall. It survived whatever the foreseeable future holds, and its bank and brokerage accounts are, generally speaking, bigger and owned by customers more likely to stay put and weather economic storms rather than jump ship at the first sign of trouble. Again, we just don't know if the same can be said about SoFi. So that's at least one, person or company or website's opinions about SoFi that, hey, there might be some better, might be some safer plays out in the market, even in the financial space. So I thought this was kind of interesting. Wanted to at least, show you guys that this is out there. They do say, though, that if you fully understand the risks of owning SoFi and have a grip on how the economic environment is on the verge of changing its risk versus reward profile, have at it. You may be well rewarded for being bold. So they are definitely saying that SoFi is the higher risk but higher reward play if that's something you are looking for or can stomach. But also they are saying, of course, that safer is going to be smarter for most. So again, at least according to the author of this article. Now, we do have some people on SoFi stock subreddit talking about some different things. This guy's saying he wish he had a few million for SoFi. This guy's saying, man, if I had a few million, I would totally stick it to the hedgies right now. He says max pain is at 950. The amount they have shorted the last 4 to 5 days is pretty substantial. They've borrowed plenty when they need to suppress the price. Short interest last report at 22%, but it's probably closer to 30% now. That's 130 million plus shorted shares. The amount routed through dark pool is crazy high to keep it from a big push up. The behavior or short volume when there is momentum up is insane. So again, this guy, is kind of thinking that this thing is being artificially held down, and he's wishing, he had some money to throw around and push this thing up. Again, we're at $8 right now. Over the past month, if this thing will load, we can see where we've been at. Over the past month, we're down 17.65%. So obviously it's been a rough month. It's been a rough year to date for SoFi, but it is good to see that there are still people excited about this stock, still people looking to buy the dip, and people who still believe in this growth story headed into the future. We also have the fact that SoFi's fundamentals are unchanged, at least according to some people. This is from Seeking Alpha. And I do tend to agree with this to some extent. The student loan repayment is extended. It's not canceled. This is still money that SoFi is going to be able to get eventually. Now, it sucks not being able to get it, sooner rather than later, but these amounts of revenue and these amounts of numbers, are still possible. It's just going to take time. The government hadn't made any valid proposals to ever allow for the cancellation of a debt for a government already $30 trillion in debt. The company now originates more personal loans and home loans. Student loan debt refinancing should be viewed as a bonus. And again, this is something that Anthony Noto's kind of echoed. The stock isn't correctly priced for a company generating 45% revenue growth this year and tripling EBITDA profits. Again, that's still in the company's most recent guidance. And investors should use the weakness to load up on a leading fintech trading at all-time lows. So again, a lot of bad news in the market right now. SoFi getting pushed down and pushed down and pushed down. But some people still really optimistic out there, and I think that's cool. That's pretty exciting. SoFi partners with Home Story to launch SoFi Real Estate Center, where you can earn up to $9,500 cash back on a home purchase or sale, discover homes on the market, and connect with agents. I think this is a really, really cool new thing. If they can get this up and running, obviously this could be an awesome new just kind of thing that they have, a new offering for them. Some people talking about whether or not SoFi is launching another ETF based on Web 3.0, and I think I have this as well, an article that kind of follows up on that, hey, SoFi is set to launch a new SoFi Web3 ETF, investment themes to include big data, artificial intelligence, blockchain technology, metaverse, NFT, and tokenization. So that's pretty cool. That's something that I think a lot of investors could be excited about. It could bring some new money into SoFi. Could be an interesting opportunity. I think that's a good thing to at least offer. It doesn't mean, everyone's going to jump into it right away or anything, but at least having that out there, I think is kind of a cool idea. Maybe a way to make some new money. We have this. People talking about UI changes for SoFi. They're saying fix the UI. When I click on the first two buttons, one becomes abnormally big. The rest don't do this. Please upvote these posts to get SoFi's attention. I know that this specific complaint maybe doesn't make sense in this video, but a lot of people do say that the UI kind of sucks, or that they'd like to see better UI, or that it doesn't make sense for SoFi to be this futuristic technology-based company, but have UI and an app and all this stuff that sucks. So hopefully SoFi can make some big changes there. Hopefully they listen to the user feedback, because again, a good UI can really help your company a ton, and a bad UI can really put people off and question whether or not they want to put more money with you, or whether it's worth the time and frustration to use kind of a shitty UI. So, but on the bright side, we do have this, the start of dark mode. So now we moon. This is definitely a feature that a ton of people have asked for. Again, dark mode is nice. Would I rather have a good UI rather than dark mode? Yeah, sure. But hey, dark mode's not a bad thing. Apparently it's out there now for the SoFi app, so that is awesome to hear as well. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. Hey, leave a like for the new mic. Hopefully you guys did appreciate that. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about SOFI. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.